not say do not weep. For not all tears are an evil.
Dang, anyway, big fan.
Yo, David. Thank you so much for the kind words. How's everybody doing today? We're vibing. So we're gonna get into the bulk of kind of some of the stuff we're gonna talk about. We are gonna do speed runs. That's like the main focus, but we're gonna talk about a few things first, just because the crazy thing right now is that Lord of the Rings Twitter, this sounds so weird, but Lord of the Rings Twitter is like going crazy right now. So, ooh, what's this? Hold on. I'm getting distracted by something real quick, chat. And this is like kind of like important. Okay, so let's see if I can find some stuff with it. Here we go. All right, so I don't know how many people are familiar, but we're gonna keep the lo-fi going for a little bit. So when I say like Tolkien Twitter is like blowing up right now, this is what I'm talking about. Let's turn that one off. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Okay, there we go. All right. So Peter Jackson, there was an article that came out, I think it was like yesterday. I know I made a video on it yesterday. I'll link that here as well. But this is talking about, I'll link it in both chats, so for those who are lurking on YouTube, don't worry, I do see you. So I made a video on this. I'm going to pin this as well, so that way people can see it. And then if people want to go watch it, we can kind of like talk about it as we're doing stuff. So Peter Jackson is currently negotiating with the Tolkien estate to get the rights for other stuff. So he's wanting to expand. I keep getting distracted because my ADHD mixed with sensory stuff goes a little wild. But he is talking with the younger generation of the Tolkien estate about possibly getting more rights to more Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth stuff. And that's coming with a lot of mixed reception. Some people are telling me that, are saying that it's wonderful. Other people absolutely hate it. And this is something that a lot of people are really just struggling with because of... Mainly, I don't necessarily think it's the fact that Peter Jackson is trying to get more rights, but more of it's the way he went about it, which is... Like, he even said himself, and I know... Okay, I actually am going to turn the music off because we're going to be doing... Actually, I'll be going back and forth with the music on it. So he even said it himself in this video here.
Books was gone, but then to Tolkien. So anyway, those two books was gone, but then to Tolkien, then Christopher Tolkien sort of edited and published other Tolkien books, The Silmarillion and Unfinished Tales. I mean, there's a lot more Tolkien writing, which would actually make great movies that were subsequently edited and released by Christopher, but he just absolutely would not let any the mere idea of a film happen. So those rights have never been available. But Christopher passed away recently, or I suppose it's about two or 3 years ago now, and the younger Tolkiens, the sort of this next generation, are now running the estate, and they're much more much more open to talking. So I know that Warner's, a combination of Warner's and us, have been talking to some of the younger Tolkien members who are now part of the board about the possibility of actually licensing the rights to some of the other books. It'd be nice to get away from the appendices and get something a bit more meaty.
Yeah, I think that's totally valid, David. People didn't like The Hobbits. They were excited Amazon got the rights to Rings of Power. People didn't like that. People didn't like Where the Rohirrim. People just haven't liked things that have come out. But like the thing that people I think are really getting hung up on.
So anyway,
is
edited and released by Christopher.
Where does he say it here?
Happens away. The two or three recently, or I suppose it's about two or 3 years ago now, and the younger Tolkiens, the sort of this next generation, are now running the estate, and they're much more much more open to talking.
Like that's what he's getting cooked over. Is people are saying because he used the phrase the younger generation are much more apt to talking about rights than people are basically saying that Peter Jackson was waiting for Christopher Tolkien to die, which I genuinely don't think that is what he was trying to say, which not that necessarily, I don't even think it's even a thing for him, like him saying that is as bad as people are making it, because that is a thing that is used in business all the time. Yeah, that is people jumping to conclusions. It really is. But it's not like it's not like it's that new of a thing either. Like people say all the time that they're waiting for something like that to happen. They're waiting for somebody to die, or they're waiting for something, for things to happen that will allow people to be more apt to negotiations. And so what Peter Jackson is doing here is not something that is like, even if that is the case where he's like, oh, I was waiting for Christopher Tolkien to die, even still, it's not like Christopher Tolkien died and like 2 weeks later he jumped in. And another thing to note as well, Christopher Tolkien hasn't been a part of the estate in terms of the rights discussions since like 2017. Like the rights for Rings of Power were sold much earlier than when Rings of Power actually entered production. And so it's not like he did anything completely crazy. It's not like Christopher Tolkien was a part of a lot of those active discussions. So it's not really, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Like Christopher Tolkien passed away in 2020. It is 2026. Now, I don't want to say that like, oh, family just needs to get over it, because my mom passed away in 2022, and that's not something I'm just over. But it's something that, like, you can't base everything on Christopher Tolkien at this point. Like, this is my problem with a lot of the Tolkien fan base right now, is when it comes to the Tolkien fan base, you have realistically like three sides of it. You have the group that I fall in, and I honestly have found a bit of a minority here with this group. The only other person I've really genuinely met that falls in this area is Nerd of the Rings. Are the people that are pretty much okay. Actually, Don Marshall is another Tolkien person that is a part of this. Anyways, we are people that we fell in love with Lord of the Rings, whether it was through Peter Jackson's movies or the books. We all have our stories for what brought us to fall in love with Tolkien. And the part that we love is still there, which is the world of Middle-earth. And to see it be adapted in so many new ways, whether it's Peter Jackson's movies, whether it's Rings of Power, whether it's the Ralph Bakshi movies from the 80s, we see those as these are more areas where we get to experience Tolkien. We get to experience his world in a new way. Then there's the other groups, which are Peter Jackson is the god among men when it comes to Lord of the Rings. If it's not Peter Jackson, it may as well not exist. This is a lot of Rings of Power haters. There's a lot of War of the Rohirrim haters, despite the fact that Peter Jackson was involved in War of the Rohirrim. They believe that Peter Jackson, when it comes to Lord of the Rings, can do no wrong. And then there's the third group that are the book purists. And the book purists are probably my least favorite people to interact with when it comes to the Tolkien fandom. Because in their minds, the books are the only thing that exists in terms of true Tolkien work. And for somebody to go and do something else that is not Tolkien's books is a problem. These are the people that had issues with Peter Jackson's movies because Peter Jackson's movies were inaccurate, or these are the people that have a ton of problems with Rings of Power. But see, here's the kicker, okay? And I love getting book nerds with this. Let me see if I can find it. Hold up, my Silmarillion copy is in another room. I'll be back. Okay. Where is it found? So, Silmarillion. Gooby. Okay. Silmarillion. This is my copy of it. Let me see if I can find it. So, the Silmarillion, now published 4 years after the death of its author, is an account of the Elder Days, or the First Age of the world. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. The Silmarillion. This is literally in the foreword, which is a note by Christopher Tolkien himself. The Silmarillion, considered simply as a large narrative structure, underwent relatively little radical change. It became long ago a fixed tradition and background to later writings, but it was far indeed from being a fixed text, and did not remain unchanged even in certain fundamental ideas concerning the nature of the world it portrays. While the same legends came to be retold in longer and shorter forms and in different styles, as the years passed, the changes and variants, both in detail and in larger perspectives, became so complex, so pervasive, and so many layered that a final and definitive version seemed unattainable. Moreover, the old legends, old now not only in their derivation from the remote first age, but also in terms of my father's life, became the vehicle and depository of his profoundest reflections. In his later writing, mythology and poetry sank down behind his theological and philosophical preoccupations, which arose from incompatibilities of tone. Okay, the Silmarillion does not is stated to not be a finished work. A complete consistency, either within the compass of the Silmarillion itself or between the Silmarillion and other published writings of my fathers, is not to be looked for, and could only be achieved, if at all, at heavy and needless cost. Moreover, my father came to conceive the Silmarillion as a compilation, a compendious narrative, made long afterwards from sources of great diversity, that had survived in age-long tradition, and this conception has indeed its parallel in the actual history of the book. For a great deal of earlier prose and poetry does underlie it, and it is to some extent a compendium in fact and not only in theory. To this may be ascribed the varying speed of the narrative and fullness of detail in different parts, the contrast, for example, of the precise recollections of place and motive in the legend of Turin Turambar, beside the high and remote account of the end of the First Age. Skipping ahead. Okay, so basically, though, what this is saying, hi, Rubeetle. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. What this is saying is the Silmarillion is impossible to have as a complete book. Christopher Tolkien himself was not even able to fully finish the Silmarillion. Okay? And if you really want to go down to that nitty gritty, the only books that were ever fully finished by Tolkien himself, by J.R.R. Tolkien, were Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, Return of the King, and The Hobbit. That's it. Every other book that came out since then were finished by Christopher Tolkien. Which means that he probably did things that were different from the rest of his father's work. And so that's something that book purists are going to freak out about, because if the only 4 books that we have that were actually written by Tolkien are the original 4, by definition of a Tolkien canon, we cannot consider the Silmarillion, the Unfinished Tales, any other book. But the book purists will swear by that to the point of freaking out. I have this here on my video on Rings of Power Season 3. Rings of Power fans, are there really any? It just is. They just jump so fast to a hate train. Now, I don't know if this person is a book purist, but I could pull up so many different comments on book purism and that issue. So, all of that to say, those are the 3 main groups of Tolkien fans. There's Peter Jackson is a God Among Men. Peter Jackson ruined Rings of Power, or ruined Lord of the Rings. And the third group is the people who are just happy to see more of Middle-earth. Yes, the anti-fandom is very tiring, and I also agree with your take there, David. If people genuinely are so up in arms over this, they can, yes, make it themselves. So, it blows my mind how Peter Jackson, who has been so passionate about Tolkien for decades, is wanting to use the gifts that he has to make movies out of a book that he loves so much. And the fandom is wanting to essentially, metaphorically crucify him for it. It's absolutely wild that is the world that we have come to, that we tell people to follow their dreams and their passions, but now they won't allow him to follow his dreams and his passions for wanting to adapt Tolkien in a form of media that he loves. So one of the things that other people have been talking about in regards to this is whether or not it should be Peter Jackson or should be somebody else. Meanwhile, Peter Jackson, yeah, I can't hear you over the millions of dollars in my bank account. Fair. But I like what T with Tolkien says here. Give someone else a turn. The idea of other minds and hands carrying on Tolkien's legacy through adaptation would be so much more beautiful, fruitful, and interesting. If you actually let other people have a chance at it, I don't want the same creative vision endlessly rehashed. Totally understand that. And I think War of the Rohirrim is an excellent example of letting other people do things. And Tolkien World. This tells me that they're going to proceed with an endless stream of projects regardless of whether they get more material to work with or not. The Lord of the Rings and Hobbit with the appendices will continue to be the new source of films until/if the Tolkien estate agrees to license first stage or Elder Days events. We are already seeing this with the 2 new films that have been announced, both based on minor events in the narrative. The Third Age has some great areas that could be explored, like the Angmar Wars or the War of the Dwarves and Orcs, as long as they aren't treated as an afterthought like the War of the Rohirrim was. I don't think War of the Rohirrim was treated as an afterthought, but that's just my own opinion on that one. The idea of give someone else a turn is absolutely silly. The industry is about money. He and his company have it. Other companies have licensed Lord of the Rings and surrounding IPs. That's fair. That's a valid point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, so there is 2 new films. There's A Hunt for Gollum, but then also Stephen Colbert is directing a movie called Shadow of the Past that is going to take place in between when the 4 hobbits leave the Shire to when they get to Bree. So it looks like we'll be seeing the events of like the Old Forest and Tom Bombadil and a ton of stuff. Oh, Colbert's just writing. He's not directing it. Okay. So yeah, that's like a whole thing. Back on the runs. I am back on the runs, Shadow of Eden. Also, phenomenal job supporting Violin in KH3. That was a wonderful, wonderful time to watch that run. You guys did great. You should be proud. So yeah, I'm currently waiting to figure out what the situation is going to be with my kiddo. I might have to be right back here while I go and take a look. So yeah, that's my soapbox on that. I'm not gonna go like crazy on that because I don't want to spend my entire life talking about what they do here, but I genuinely think Tolkien fans are the most wild people out there. Fam's doing well. Fam is doing pretty well. Kiddo does not want to sleep, which is like really funny, but also kind of like bruh because we need him to sleep. Um, okay, I will be right back. Um, I'm gonna get the music going a bit, and then we'll see what the plans are with the kiddo. I will be back in just a few minutes.
9 rings were gifted to the race of men, who above all else desire power.
Whom do you serve? Whom do you serve?
Okay, I am back. I'm just gonna get my game launched here. Okay. Oh, I forgot the music. Just keep that on. Just want to make sure this works. Great. Lord of the Rings lo-fi is probably like my favorite type of music to listen to. All right. I do have a kid.
Certainty of death? Small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
He is 8 months old, which is wild that I have an 8-month-old kid. Yeah, you have been away a while. Gamning. Hello, Alshine. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry if I butchered that really bad. Gamlinging. Yes, we are gamlinging. I've been thinking about the Middle Earth gaming scene as of late. I'm wondering why there isn't a Star Wars Combine. I'm not familiar with Star Wars Combine.
The power of the enemy is growing.
Is that like a open world? It's a text-based art. Oh, I've never heard of that. That's actually really cool. I think a lot of it comes down to, again, just people being very protective over anything Tolkien related. Like, if something has anything Tolkien attached to it, I don't know what it is. I swear it's like every other IP out there just doesn't have the same level of, like, protection that Tolkien does. It is, like, the wildest thing. Because even, like, you look at, like, Tolkien video games in general. Right, exactly. Like, when you look at anything Tolkien related, or just, like, specifically Tolkien video games, we got some text-based ones that came out in, like, the 70s and 80s, and then we didn't really get anything until Vivendi's The Hobbit. We got a lot of, like, software text-based adventures, and then we got Vivendi's The Hobbit, and then after that, it was Peter Jackson's trilogy. Like, we had The Fellowship of the Ring that came out around the same time as the Two Towers, or we had, like, the Fellowship of the Ring game that came out around the same time as the Two Towers game. But, like, outside of those two things, there's been, like, nothing. And it's just weird to think about how, like, outside of the movies, it's like we have the movies and we have Lotro for stuff. And part of it is, yes, the Tolkien estate is very, very, very protective over their stuff. Which, like, you know, good for them. I think that, like, fine if they want to, like, protect their stuff. I don't, like, blame them for it. It just provides a very hostile environment for any new stuff. I thought I got Helm's Deep glitch there for like half a second, and I panicked.
We cannot wait to Aragorn. Hurry, Gandalf! I am coming, Aragorn.
146 isn't bad.
Return to your master, creatures of shadow. Victory! We have victory! Sauron's wrath will be terrible, his retribution swift.
What's up with those black bars?
The battle
I don't know what's up with that.
is over. The battle for Middle Earth is about to begin.
Nice. Plus 420. Love that.
It was not mere chance that brought Merry and Pippin to Fangorn Forest.
No, I don't think I got a gold split there, the run.
It's talking, Mary. The tree is talking.
I'm not sure where you're getting that information.
I am no tree. I am an ant. The Inks have not troubled about the
Whatever.
men and wizards.
I'm sure the run is going to be a little weird for a little bit, because there are going to be some areas where I am actually going to get golds. Mainly because actually the last time I ran no upgrades with cutscenes, was using a completely different route than what I'm using right now. Hence why my timer looks the way it does right now. And also because I didn't really want to think about like what I was comparing to. So that way I could just purely focus on like getting back into it. My goal is to get like 1 PB with cutscenes, and then we're going to focus on no cutscenes primarily, and then I'll make a YouTube video on no cutscenes.
Must be cleansed. And in the shade of Fangorn,
But with cutscenes, it's just going to be for funsies, for getting back into it and de-rusting, and not really taking it as seriously.
smoke rises from Isengard. The hour grows late, and now you strive for Isengard, seeking my trust. But that is where you have come, is it not, my friend?
Oh, don't do that, game. You goober.
Hasten to Isengard. I shall deal with these.
Oh, come on.
Easy pickings back there. Get him. Cut him up, boys. Saruman, you bring shame upon our order. Your cunning mind is consumed by war.
It is you who spreads fear amongst the innocent.
See, like, that's what that should look like.
Saruman, the trees of Fangorn have awakened. Tendrils seek, branches crush, roots bury all that remains of your planet.
Burn them all.
I will break you!
They require burning.
Okay. See, I think the run is still reading my previous route. Either that or it's looking at my no cutscenes. Because I was running no cutscenes. I did like one run without cutscenes. And then like as I was thinking about it, I was like, I wasn't originally going to do with cutscenes at all. But I was like, I should try and do what I can to keep as many of my times at least like somewhat up to date. That was such awkward timing. But it worked out.
Saruman, Gandalf comes to Isengard, no longer seeking your...
And then my plan for how I'm going to do runs is how speedrunning is going to work is I'm basically going to work on one category for a game at a time. And then once I get that time that I want, I'm gonna switch games, and then and then I'll go to a different game to help me prevent burnout, as well as keep up variety on my speedruns. I'm not going to be world record hunting in the same way that I was. I'm just trying to get times that I enjoy. The only game that I could see myself actually world record hunting for is Two Towers. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. I don't even know how well this is gonna work because
That was good.
like my run was completely different back in the day.
When Sauron learns that the ring is in the hands of a hobbit, he will be drawn to it. Fate has given us four, and he knows not who bears the ring. This confusion is the bait I must place in my trap.
Don't you understand? The enemy thinks you have the ring. He's coming for you.
Never played the console Lord of the Rings games. These games are my childhood. Like, this is what I did. I played these games a lot, where a lot of people were getting into Lotro. This is what I was doing.
Aragorn travels through Death's shadow to summon to the White City an army that even Sauron cannot master. With Pippin, I travel to Minas Tirith, the anvil upon which we must beat Sauron's armies. In our bid to buy
So I don't think I'm even gonna know, like, where my times are in terms of whether I'm ahead or behind until probably after Kirith Ungol or Blackgate, one of those two. I just started my US AF career and didn't have a console. Then someone introduced me to the crack that was World of Warcraft. I actually have never played WoW. My first MMO, it was my first MMO was Pirates of the Caribbean Online, and then I went from there to SWTOR. And then I went from SWTOR to Lotro. I did have like a brief stint where I played Rift, but I don't really count Rift because oh, I need the music. I can't play the music because of copyright. I actually have to start taking that seriously. I don't count Rift because when I played it, I had no idea, like, what was, like, I had no idea what I was doing. And I didn't read any quest dialogue, didn't really pay attention to the controls. And so, like, once I got out of the starting zone on Rift, I just wandered around and did rifts. And then, which basically were like field events, basically, kind of like the dynamic encounters that SWTOR has. And then proceeded to just get completely lost. And then usually would delete a character and move on because I just got confused.
Strike down their ladders! They shall overrun us!
Pretty much loved the game back then. Loved Rift. Thought it was a nice change of pace. Nice to see a game try to add to the game in a positive way instead of just creating a new UI for the same old system. Yeah. Very, very understandable. So, here's a fun hot take. I was a little bummed when Amazon's Lord of the Rings MMO got canceled, mainly because the biggest thing that I want, like, I love Lotaro. It is probably my favorite game of all time. But, like, the one thing that I really, really want is an action MMO based in Middle-earth. And, like, I might be crazy for that one. But I really like action combat. And every single action MMO that I have ever played usually has ended up being a big gacha, and I can't do gachas. Gachas just send me up a wall in a way that is not fun.
Seize towers! Topple them! Stop them with the catapults!
Wait. So I gotta make sure I'm getting some kills because of the way that this bar is, which is a... Oh, what? Okay. Let me get around. Thank you. They got really unfortunate at the end.
Stand fast! Those walls must survive! Our gates cannot withstand it! Clear the area! Don't let them in!
Alright. This whole run is gonna basically bank on this one level, which is wild. But this is the fun part about this game. Is it always comes down to this level.
That was good.
We still golded that. That's crazy.
Here we make our stand. The enemy slays your people.
Why is my dog going absolutely wild? Game. There is a shield guy that is deciding to make my life very difficult. Okay, we're gonna do something very weird here.
Courage will be your best defense against the storm that is at hand.
Yo, Bacon Guy, thank you for the good luck. Hope you're doing well. I really hope that this strat worked. It did. No, it didn't. It made it worse. Not worse. Not better, but not worse. It was, like, weird, because, so the goal of what that strat was, is, I swear, in, like, all of my runs, I kill that first shield wave with the bubble really quickly, which is great and wonderful, and I love that. The problem, though, is then we get an absurd amount, we get a second shield wave that comes, like, right on top of the, what's the word? We get a second shield wave that comes right on top of the Uruk wave, and it causes a ton of problems. So I was hoping that I could, like, in theory, just try and, like, delay the bubble and only have to deal with the one shield wave. Or the one, yeah, the one shield wave. Is always just one. Okay, yeah, it's definitely looking at my. Definitely looking at my without cutscenes time. The run doesn't know what it wants. Which is fine, because I don't really know either. I think my goal is just to get like a 123. And then I'll move on to without cutscenes to try and get a 109. Maybe a 108. We'll get the 109 and then we'll see how we feel after that.
That was good.
This captain over here is a problem. Got that health drop. I don't even know if that's good or not.
We have saved as many as we can, but with the gates breached, it is only a matter of time before we leave our dead upon the 7 levels of Minas Tirith. My part in this battle is done. Our fate now lies in the hands of a hobbit and a king.
Farewell, Courtyard. Hey, but you know what? We didn't reset to Courtyard, so I take that as an absolute win. Okay, a gold, so we'll take it. A little over 8 minutes is not bad.
That was good.
Sauron must believe we will use the ring against him. This will distract his gaze, weaken his borders, and lure his armies into our trap.
I'm still waiting for the Rubeetle return to any percent.
I prepare a path for the return of Gondor's king. Sauron will be certain Aragorn
That's what I'm waiting for.
received the ring of power.
I don't even think you've been doing a lot of speedrunning in a while, which is totally okay.
The only weapon Sauron cannot abide, and the only power before which a dead king and his army might bow. To set this trap,
I need to beat the avoiding any percent allegations someday. Exactly. Hey, you're avoiding any percent. I'm avoiding New Game Plus. It's okay. We can both avoid some. We can each avoid something.
They must overcome the wrath of an ancient, cursed realm and summon forth its king. Out of darkness, Aragorn must call an army even Sauron's horde cannot withstand. For in our plans, the living cannot defend Minas Tirith without the fury of those.
I have no reason. I get back to running once I finish my degree over the summer. Let's go.
Made by those who are dead, and the dead keep it. The way is shut.
Malice lies heavy in the air.
My only reasoning for avoiding New Game Plus is because of how fast of a category it is. It feels like if only like a slight thing goes wrong, then your run's dead.
Be ready! These spirits bring ancient things to life! I cannot harm a ghost.
More specters! Some new enchantment!
Come!
I have a very bad feeling about this place. Those blades cut.
Fear not, Gimli.
We cannot pass!
We are searching!
I would just trample on none of them! Parry their attacks! This way!
And I don't know if it's just because, like, with New Game Plus, we optimize it so quickly. Because I feel like... I don't know. It's weird, because, like, New Game Plus felt optimized a lot faster than any percent. But I know that I definitely have played more any percent than I have New Game Plus.
It would appear to be a trap! Cut your way out!
If there is a New Game Plus, though, that does need to get optimized a little bit more, it's console. Because I think console is still like the 107, and emulators at like 104.
The mists swirl here as well.
This haunted mountain holds many surprises.
Yeah, and it's still world record. Which shows the power of the modern day PC port. I say modern day PC port as if it wasn't somebody who did some like really funky abandonware type thing rather than the games getting ported onto Steam.
Have you learned nothing of the stubbornness? We are close now!
How do we get through this?
Here is a way to open it! It's all but workable!
where the dead gather. It is a place of great evil.
No matter the peril, we must cross this!
I will look at that chat message in just a second. I have to kind of lock in right now. Most of these developers and publishers of these games either long gone or moved on to totally different business models. Don't think you've ever seen an official port of any of these. Yeah, I don't think so either. And another part of it, too, is licensing.
Aragorn will be forced to rise above fear. For as king, he will need to stand against Sauron's malice and unite all...
As the licensing, it's another part of the whole licensing and rights thing, because when these games came out, EA actually had rights for publishing for the games. And that wasn't and that's not the case now. It's all under Warner Brothers.
That was good.
Aragorn's path leads him through this terrible place, where a king of those long dead commands the fate of those not born. He must be forced to yield.
Who enters my domain?
One who would hold you to your oath.
Oh, the run.gg. Still just choosing to give lots of inaccurate information.
Forgotten people, come to me. You will not survive this road.
It's a good fight. I don't think it'll gold because that 210 that I got, I genuinely don't know how that happened. But, whatever. I'm not going to complain about that fight. That's about as good as you're going to get.
We must get out of here! Hurry! Everything collapses! It's all coming down! Hurry!
Honestly, that doesn't seem like as many hours as I thought that there would be. I'm getting a passive ghost, which is a big problem. Okay, overall, that was a good fight. I don't know how I feel about that one. I want to try and focus on these captains while I'm in perfect mode. Yeah, that second fight I think was not great, but it's okay.
Armed with an oath of allegiance from an army long dead, Aragorn's road will at last lead him back to the White City. He shall head northward, and then through Gondor's southern gate, here to join the great battle of our time.
We must get beyond this outer gate.
Yeah, so like in my PB, I'm only just now wrapping up Courtyard, but I had already done Osgiliath and Shelob. Oh, you got him down? Oh.
I just put him down and left.
LOL. You can do that sometimes.
Man.
That will do it.
I don't know what to do anymore.
We need to use the gateway.
I'm really walking around, but I'm never successful walking.
Well, the fastest I have walked him around is like 5 minutes. On average, it's about 20 to 30. Which is a long time to walk him around. Yeah, Shelob is in Rings of Power. Sure, that's another moment where book fans get really upset. Sorry, book purists. That is better phrasing. Don't really like my health situation right now. Beautiful. Never does the game ever, do I ever tell the game I don't like my health situation. It says, well then here, have a health drop.
Someone comes. They're trying to block us.
Good Southern Gate.
Comes at last. Hasten to them before the battle is won.
That was good.
It will require all of my skill and all of our luck to spring a trap lifetimes in the making.
101.56 the run? What are you talking about?
Here, upon the fields of Pelennor.
Guys, I think the run is like on drugs or something.
From the south, Aragorn will summon forth an army from beyond the grave, but perhaps too late. For against our stronghold, the Dark Lord summons both man and beast.
I'm gonna take my sweatshirt off real quick. I'm gonna get warm.
An army of powerful forces, more terrible than living magic. And from the north, at my urging,
Rohan shall ride to war, and the world's ending.
Here they come.
Shadows.
Orcs! Get them all! They seem to be surrounding us. Forward, Easterlings!
Do not have men enough.
Just what are you worried about?
How would I say that this run compares to Two Towers? They are very similar. I think the main differences are character varieties. So, like, in Two Towers, you know, unless you're running, like, the any percent, the weird New Game Plus or category extension, or all characters, you are locked to one character. Whereas in this game, especially in the run, you are required to play as technically 4 different characters. But like with Frodo, you play for 1 level, and it's just like a kind of like a last level cameo type thing. But in terms of like strats, the majority of the strats actually they're actually still very similar in that it's your pretty typical hack and slash strat, like speed run. The areas where I think it mainly differs is fights are a lot more generalized. I think the only fights that have like this is the genuine strat to use are Gorbag, Mouth of Sauron. Is your run ruled by it? No. You actually do. You will get hit, and I think your overall risk of death is higher in this game than in Two Towers, but you do not get knocked down nearly as much. That is one of the ways that this game does differentiate. And I think that's a positive change between Two Towers and Return of the King.
Lady, I won't leave you! They must be saved! The Witch King circles above! Attack him! Quickly!
Good one, Cycle. This run also has this really cool moment with Eowyn. Oh, and unless you're running the PC no cutscenes or New Game Plus, then you have to deal with unskippable cutscenes. Oh, this route is definitely wrong. I need to switch Blackgate and Kate of Tungle. No, it's not. No, it's not. This route is correct. I am being a goofy goober. Because you actually run all the way out. So, this is normal. I just did a goof. Plus, you get to play as Gandalf in this run. So that's another big change.
My plans have ended in a day of great sacrifice. Gondor lies
I've never reset. I have definitely reset on Pelennor Fields in this category.
But the enemy regroups, and our war is not yet won.
Or maybe not in this category, but definitely in this game.
The last living men have witnessed the return of their king.
He has gone unchallenged long enough.
And together we now ride upon Sauron's realm to create our final diversion. And give Frodo one last chance.
I don't know why, but running this game with unskippable cutscenes is a lot more, like, acceptable to me than, like, running Two Towers with unskippable cutscenes.
I shall give you a message for your master.
My master Sauron the Great bids you welcome.
You shall speak for Sauron no more!
Good. That ring was dear to you, I see.
This is for Frodo!
Know that the halfling suffered.
I guess that concludes negotiations.
It is you who shall suffer!
I heard they were planning to make Gollum a playable character. Interesting, I did not know that.
We have drawn his army to the Black Gates. For ourselves there is no hope. This is our final act to give Frodo time. Time to end this evil that marshals before us.
On the Return of the King wiki, so it must be true. I mean, if that is true, that would be kind of wild. What? Oh no. These archers that are here are kind of problematic. Oh, I think another area where this run differentiates in comparison to Two Towers is Two Towers to me feels a lot more consistent. Yes, and the reason why I say that is because, like, levels like this one, there is some execution, but for the most part, this level is very much dictated by RNG. And same thing with Courtyard. Okay. And whereas, like, Two Towers, the only levels that I genuinely feel like are more dictated by RNG are Breached Wall and Hornburg. And Hornburg we're starting to figure out pretty well. Incorporated Mysteries got a really good Hornburg time that I've been able to use for that. Yeah, which is totally understandable. Hornburg, like, Two Towers is my favorite speed game, but I totally get that the end game of that run is not complete nonsense, because it is figure-outable. It's just very difficult to figure it out. Yes, figure-outable. I said what I said. That's like an annoying fix, right?
Yeah, I honestly don't. It's an
Bummer.
apartment issue and I'm like, I just don't even know.
Hold them on all sides of the hilltop. This game I also really like the no upgrades for, because a lot of the strats are very similar. The only strats that really change are Mouth of Sauron and Ring Wraiths at the end. Or Ring Wraith, like Mouth of Sauron and then Ring Wraiths in this level. And that's really about it. The rest of it is majority the same. Or at least was an any percent strat at one time or another, which I think is kind of nice that you can like refer to some of like the ancient strats. But thankfully, we will never have to go back to the ancient days of playing Legolas in this level. Oh, I'm being dumb. I'm being so dumb right now. Looks like it. He doesn't need to be that sleepy, just sleepy enough.
Defeat them all or we are lost!
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on! You know their weakness. Use it. Blind them.
Oh, so he was teasing us.
Oh no.
He rolled onto his tummy. That's always a problem. What?
There are several
Watch him just
stones
fall
there.
asleep on his tummy.
This is our final act to give Frodo time.
Oh my
Time
gosh,
to
was that
end this
Aragorn?
evil that marshals before.
That was the most terrifying Aragorn I've ever seen.
We now give witness to that day when the courage of men faces the final test.
And you want to know the funniest part about the route in this game?
Shall it be an hour?
So we finished Blackgate, and now we start Path of the Hobbit. We're basically like just leaving them here to keep fighting, while Frodo and Sam have to first leave Osgiliath, which they do at the end of the Two Towers in the movies. So we're just gonna leave them fighting while we do basically all of the Hobbit stuff through the end of the second movie and into the third, which I think is still like the funniest thing ever.
That's good. It doesn't land.
Yeah.
That was good.
My heart is filled with both great hope and sadness.
This is Zojalix's first run of the day. Wish him good luck.
Place the smallest of us in
No,
the greatest
don't do it.
peril.
It's a trap.
Always the mighty try to possess the ring. And always
Don't look at me. He's your kid too.
Fate has lent me a hobbit. Resilient.
No, sleeping in weird places I think is more of a me
by his
thing.
very nature.
What?
That's definitely one of you.
Yeah.
No,
The amount of times I've fallen asleep in the bathroom.
but it will require more than Frodo's stout heart to bear the ring. He will need a companion
Thank you for the good luck.
and a guide who knows the ways of the enemy and the paths into Mordor.
This is the first run of the day, not first
All
run.
of them are bound to the
I have been running this game,
and to the fate of each other.
well, I've been running this game about 8 years. Off and on. I won't say I've been like only running this game for 8 years, but my first run was back in 2018. I was still in high school.
You know the way to Mordor.
While we occupy Sauron's gaze, together they must bear the ring into the very fires of Mount Doom. And should they be captured or kept, great peril may befall.
Wait, am I like super
and
far
all hope
behind?
may be lost.
Where are you going?
It's hard to actually tell because I used a completely different route. So I actually won't know if I'm ahead or behind until we get to Crack of Doom. Oh wait, I do Cutith Uncle and then Blackgate, so actually I think we're chilling. I actually think I'm still the only one who does this route that I'm doing. Most runners will go Wizard, Hobbit, King, and I go Wizard, King, Hobbit.
See what he got us into.
Shows you. Go, Smeagol.
Careful! He's taking us into the middle of a battle. Quick! We have to get through this as fast as we can.
Nice. I definitely did the strat for that room wrong, but it worked out. That guy was acting really weird.
The eye is almost on me. Orc archers! Let's get off of these rooftops!
That works.
Hurry! Soft and quick as shadows we must be.
Dead end! Some guide you are!
If I were to guess about whether or not I was ahead or behind, I think I would honestly say that I am ahead. Mainly because we have golded so many splits.
We did it!
And the ones that we haven't golded, we like haven't missed gold by like a ton. No, I was just gonna make a joke. That was all it was. I'm not worried about you breaking anything. I trust you more than I trust myself when it comes to handling my own stuff. I mean, if you dropped a controller, you dropped a controller. It's not that big of a deal. That controller is broken so many times. If I really need to buy a new one and replace it, I'm not that worried about it. Worst comes to worst, you can always just go grab my PS5 controller. Because I have to use a different controller for this game.
It doesn't really matter what controller it is. I just like the PS5. That's why I didn't use it.
No, I would prefer to use a PS5 controller if I can, but because this game is so old, PS5 controllers actually make the game more prone to crashing. So I don't use it.
Spies from Gondor! Get him!
Easy meat, boys! Yes, yes, we smell outsides! He will hurt us! He will hurt poor Smeagol!
That archer shot could have been real bad. Could have been a disaster.
See? We have led you out. Smeagol looks after Master. Smeagol wouldn't hurt us.
And now the ring moves closer to the fires of Mount Doom, to the peril of all who travel that road.
Where are you? Smeagol?
Master looks after us. We are to fling his filthy little neck. Kill him. Kill him. Kill them both.
I'm hungry.
Yes. No.
I was watching Jamie Lee.
It's too risky.
About 4 o'clock.
Too risky.
Probably.
Interesting.
Why?
I just don't want to be hungry right now.
Interesting. You have a friend named Audible Chocolate.
What?
You have a friend named Audible Chocolate
Where'd you see that?
on your Discord?
Audible Chocolate? Did they DM me? Honestly, that name does not sound familiar to me whatsoever. It might be Mo. That wouldn't surprise me.
Oh.
It could be Mo Chocolate. Rubito says hi, Dr. Pie.
I say hi, Rubito.
She says hi, Rubito. I don't know if you could hear her or not.
Gollum's treachery may yet be the ruin of our plans, and only guide Frodo to his doom.
You don't see it, do you?
Mm-hmm.
He's leading us into a trap.
He's inside the juice.
I never thought about that.
Yet always hope endures.
Okay, Samwise, Mr. Frodo was counting on you.
Here we go, Sheila's Lair. This is another level that it either goes really well or it goes really bad. There's not really an in-between on this one. That's never happened before. That's so unfortunate. That's gonna cost me like 20 seconds, man.
The army moved out, I hear. They're going to Gondor. Gonna burn it.
I would love a more consistent archer skip because that strat is so cool, but it's so inconsistent.
Sneak by that. There he is. Let's get him.
I remember once, I don't remember where I was going. But I was on an airplane and I had a marathon run for New Game Plus like right after this trip. So I was practicing, I booted up an emulator and was practicing, like I was doing lab work for Archer Skip while on a flight. And the guy sitting next to me on the plane was like, "What are you doing?" And I told him, I was like, "Yeah, I'm a speedrunner. I'm currently we have a strategy that we're trying to implement into the run." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I play World of Warcraft." And I'm like, "Oh, this guy has no idea what I'm talking about."
Gotcha, you little scum. I'm here, Mr. Frodo. I'm here. No! Come on, you filth! You will not touch him again! That's right!
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Sheila, you're not supposed to fly. You were a spider.
Twist your children! And I aim to get you, too!
Oh, she dropped so far.
And got you! Until you let him go!
Is jump back canceling not actually like effective there? Interesting.
Come on and finish it! Come on! You and me! One last time!
That was weird. That had a really weird ending to it, and I didn't like that.
Come back, you! I'm not done!
Mr. Frodo! It's Sam, wake up! Not asleep. Dead.
Looks like old Shelob been having some fun. The little filth will wake up and wish he'd never been born. Take him back to the fortress.
Lost what, 20 seconds to gold there? It was about what I predicted. What's this 127.45? The run.gg does not know what it's talking about. That's so funny. Didn't quite get the parry off, but that's okay. I don't remember the last time I've seen an orc actually follow me up there.
This might distract. Don't worry, Mr. Frodo. I haven't forgot you.
Yeah, I thought that shield guy was going to be a problem, but he wasn't, so that's really good. We're vibing, chat.
Samwise. Going to have to find a way into that tower.
Sauron's creatures are at war with each other. Cut many down.
No one has drawbridge! We're getting clobbered! Pull out!
We're getting clobbered. Pull out!
Into the tower, boys! Hurry!
Wow, my throat just made some really weird noises when I was swallowing my water. As I'm sure everybody in chat wanted to know all about that.
Hey, you scumbag! Hands off the shiny shirt!
Inner Golem emerging. I don't know, if I suddenly had an inner Golem, I think my wife would actually kick me out of the house.
Very potential.
That's so annoying. Not the best gore bag, but that's okay.
Come on, Mr. Frodo. I know the way out of here.
What is that gold? A 119.36? I don't know if I agree with that gold,
Close to Mount Doom now. Just a short way more and you'll be free of that ring.
but that's okay.
It will come to one final test. One final moment.
We shall see the Shire again.
Yo, what's up, Koopla?
All life upon Middle Earth
I hope you're doing well.
will hinge upon everything that came.
Well, we officially have the reading, and we are currently a minute and a half on our best pace ever. Alright, let's see what Gollum can do for us here. My hands are so sweaty. Yep. My hands always get sweaty whenever I go into this level. Just don't jump back. Gollum, you're being... Damn, Sam, you almost clutched up so good. Come here, Gollum. Gollum. That was weird. The first two phases of Gollum are always the worst.
We hope it burns you up.
I don't know what it takes to get rid of you.
That phase went really well. First phase wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible.
You're possessed, Smeagol. I've never seen you so fast.
Alright, chat, I'm gonna have to lock in now.
This whole place is coming down. You will never get it back. Never.
Richard mustn't take a precious.
Your time is at an end.
Idiot hermit! You can't kill precious. He won't let you.
You're weakening, aren't you?
I don't know why the manip failed there, but it worked out.
This time it's over.
No way. That's crazy. There's a mug of beer inside this tube.
Is passing away. Those who were bound to the
Not
field
only
are now free,
did I PB by like 2.5 minutes,
and may they be blessed.
but I got world record back, chat. That's crazy. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the GGs.
And Sauron was my enemy.
I was not expecting to get world record back that fast.
Sauron in his greed.
I wasn't even planning on it.
In the one. As Sauron
Like Kupla, I'ma just admit it, I have fully accepted defeat to you. Like, I just was like, I don't have the time anymore, I'm washed, it's not happening. I'm not even gonna really worry about it. And I'm not trying to say this as like, oh, I'm just that good. Because I genuinely think all of the work you have done in this game is so good. You've done a ton of awesome work, and it's been so cool to see somebody else pick up the run and do what I've done, which is push times down, and I love having you around. I just, I don't have the time to take speedrunning as seriously anymore, so seeing me get a world record again is wild. But we hecking did it, chat. And it's kind of crazy, TBH. I gotta turn the global hotkeys back on so I can pull up my theory PB. And we had a couple rough splits in there. Shelob's Lair was not great at all. And then I don't think anything else is going to show properly because I used my different route. Yeah. Yeah, this was no upgrades. It's new world record by 6 seconds in no upgrades. It's super beatable. This run is super beatable. But we lost like 20 in Shelob and like 15 in Falling Rocks. So definitely a ton of time to save. You're going to be grinding. You're going to get this. I mean, I don't know, at least right now, if I have any major plans on returning to with cutscenes. Because running with cutscenes is like not the move. Oh, and Return of the King completely worked. That's hilarious. Have a good night, Rubeetle. Thank you so much for hanging out. Where is this?
Are you good if I some clothes on Amazon?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm sure I'll
This is the best. 121.56. Okay, not bad. Alright, well now we're gonna do no cutscene. And the goal for no cutscenes is going to be a sub 110. So I've got like a minute and a half to save for that. Actually, before we do this run, I'm going to run to the restroom and get myself a snack. So I'm going to actually quit out of the game because it does not like getting tabbed out, and I want to play music for y'all. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to run to the restroom. Where's my BRB screen? There it is. Probably should have finished eating before I switched scenes, but whatever. A banana pudding sourdough. That's an experience.
Certainty of death? Small chance of success. I'm waiting for. Young lad, welcome back. Take a few of these if you don't mind. That's just a speed attack. They cannot withstand him. Be gone! The new Gandalf has quite a temper! Use fierce attacks against shields. Legolas!
Gandalf, up here! The wall must be defended. Hurry, more are coming.
Up this ladder! I'm here, Legolas!
Gather your power and unleash it.
Gandalf! Help me clear the causeway!
Bring up the corner! Kill them!
No Helm's Deep glitch 2 runs in a row is actually insane, chat.
We cannot wait to Aragorn!
Hurry, Gandalf!
I am coming, Aragorn! Return to your master, creatures of shadow! Smoke rises from Isengard.
That was almost gold.
The hour grows late, and
What
now
happened?
you strive
I was just
seeking. That is why you have come, is it not?
Oh. I'm so sorry.
Hasten to Isengard! I shall deal with these! Easy pickings, Master! Get him!
Cut him up, boys!
I was sent back to assume your mantle, to right your wrongs.
It is you who spreads fear amongst the innocent.
Saruman, the trees of Fangorn have awakened. Tendrils seek, branches crush, roots bury all that remains of your vanity.
Burn them all!
It's fine. That's so unfortunate. Come on, RNG, be nice to me.
Those trees are an ancient madness.
It's okay though, we got our one good run of the day.
Before they destroy all who live near them.
So now we have to have some bad ones, yeah. See, the game's gonna throw me that bone of here's a good run and give me a 2.5 minute PB, my first run back, and then turn right around and we're gonna go for weeks with bad RNG.
Saruman, Gandalf comes to Isengard.
No longer seeking your counsel.
Is this world record holder? World record holder for with cutscenes. Now we'll see. If I can get it back without cutscenes, that would be cool, but I've got a goal in mind, and that's what I'm more focused on. But we got a world record in one category, so... Well, one subcategory. This is still the same category. A record is a record, that's true. Thank you. I hope you're doing well, Micah.
Strike down their ladders! They shall overrun us!
Went to your first baby shower today, and that was actually not a terrible time. Baby showers can be fun if the person hosting it, like, makes it fun. I feel like some people, like... Okay, I don't want to say the person hosting it, because I don't want to put all that pressure on somebody hosting saying they could have a bad baby shower. But, if a baby shower... Like, you can have fun at baby showers people, I think, just give this weird rep towards baby showers because a lot of times baby showers are something where you just kind of are, like, I guess from a male's perspective, watching friends and family of the mother-to-be, or the mother, like, just talk about the baby, and then you just kind of are sitting there not doing a lot. But, like, for the baby shower for our kiddo, which, for those who aren't aware, our baby will be referred to on the internet as Baby Loki, because he's a little trickster. But for Baby Loki's shower, we had, like, games and stuff that was super fun. And that made it significantly more enjoyable than just a few hours of people sitting around and talking. Gift bingo. Ooh, that sounds actually really fun.
The last baby shower I was a part of had
Was it different than the one that we did?
a little bit, because we had a trash can on each side of the roof, and then we're each split up and then we would sit at our desk while the
Did you have to, like, get up from the desks and throw them, or? Right, but, like, if you ran out of diapers, were you just done?
No. Once your diaper, you would make it into the trash, it was free game.
Okay.
The more diapers that you make.
Oh my gosh, RNG, please. No, RNG, why are you doing this to me? This is bad. I could actually fail the level, and then this run would be dead. Don't say that. The really unfortunate part about this category, chat, is, like, because you go with no upgrades, you're a lot more of your RNG becomes a much bigger factor. So, like, I don't consider a run like a run until I finish, till I'm like an hour into the run. Then I'm like, okay, now we've actually got like a decent run going. Which, on like the one hand, is fun, is like nice because you don't really take it as seriously, but also at the same time to know that your run is most likely has a higher chances of dying an hour to like an hour and 20 minutes. Like, sorry, your run has a higher chance of dying like throughout the majority of the run than like right away is really rough. We're losing a ton of time here, but we're not at a point where I want to justify resetting. Because of this next level. Zodolix has never reset on 50 out of 7 attempts.
We must save everyone we can.
That AI is
Hold your line!
I think, guys, the run.gg is a little drunk. It's Saturday night. Had a little too much fun over with the Mario 64 guys.
Courage will be your best defense against the storm that is at hand.
I thought I sent you a fishing level recently. Oh no, it was a farming level. Those are two very different things. Still have yet to figure out a good strat here. Stonefish is 420 of the mines. And they're really easy to catch. Nope. Not really.
Catapult flame attack! It's your all back!
Never understand how, like, I did that so well and still lost, like, 8 seconds. So, Shadow, I don't know if you're still here, but this is the level why people do not consider... Why I consider Two Towers more consistent over Return of the King. Because this, like, when I did my very first D-Rust run of this category, like last week or something, I lost 2.5 minutes here to RNG. Yeah, and because it was a D-Rust, I was just kind of like, whatever, I'm gonna do, like, unless I die, I'm gonna do a no reset. And I'm also just overall trying to get a lot better at not raging during games. My KH1 level 1 playthrough will be an exception.
not an exception, just a line.
But since I was derusting, I was just like, you know, yeah, it sucks, but I'd rather blow through all of my bad RNG on a derust than be, like, middle of the grind. Because I remember there have been a few times when I'd be grinding this game, where I would have hours with this game, where I would be I would go for hours of resetting to this level over and over and over again because I was just constantly getting bad RNG. And usually I would get like major fluxes of bad RNG in this level, and then that would be my sign to be like, it's time to move on to a different game. Got a wiggle leg? Great. There's one thing I do really want to do with this game is I really want to try and get the I don't know what it is about this game, but I really want the co-op records back. What? Right. I wonder how much better he's gonna sleep when he figures out when he like builds his strength up just a little bit more. It's part of the reason why I'm trying not to hold him as much, because I want him to work on building his strength. Does the co-op need to be local? No, most co-op runners actually run it through a program called Parsec.
That was good.
You don't know if you have a buddy to play with if you lose your co-op runs? Co-op records? Well, getting the co-op records is going to be a little bit more difficult than... I guess I should preface, I really want the co-op console records. Those are the records that I want, which that would need to be local. I still really enjoy doing the PC run, don't get me wrong, but on console and emulator, you can do a character select glitch that lets you play as Legolas and Gandalf throughout the entire run. I hate those hitboxes on that fog, man.
I have a very bad feeling about this place.
I need to switch my comparison here real quick, because if I keep looking at plus 50, I'm gonna scream. If I had the time and the ability to commit to it, and it was kind of like feasible, I think I would try and go for a board sweep again. Because competing for world records is really fun for me. The only downside, though, is like, as a streamer, it's not the most feasible thing to try and just push games for a board sweep all the time. And so I can't, like, dedicate 4 hours a day to speedrunning one game, especially a game as niche as Return of the King. Even though I've done so much to try and, like, make these speedruns as accessible as possible. Like in Two Towers specifically, when there were people who were getting like really like times that were like world record caliber a few years ago, and they're getting them in like a couple of months, I was like, what is happening? And I was literally like, how the heck did you do that? Because that time, getting like, for instance, a sub 50 in Aragorn, people were getting a sub 50 in Aragorn in like 2-3 months, and it took me years to get that time of pretty consistent playing. And I was just blown away, and people were like, the tutorials were just really good. And I was like, oh, thank you. Because I want, like, the games that I speedrun, I want other people to do it. I speedrun so many niche games, and there's so many, like, even niche within the speedrunning community. And so, like, I really, really, really want more people to run my games. But when people are like, I'm gonna speedrun a game, very few people think about speedrunning Return of the King and the Two Towers. I am not getting good RNG. Working on a Sunday morning sounds disgusting. But I hope you have a good day at work, Kukla. Thank you for hanging out. You wish you could enjoy Two Towers. I feel like a lot of people who started with Return of the King do not enjoy Two Towers.
That was good.
Aragorn's path leads him through this terrible place, where a king of those long dead commands the fate.
Yeah, that's a lot better to compare against.
He must be forced to yield.
Who enters my domain?
One who would hold you to your oath.
The dead do not suffer living to pass.
Nope, do not take a drink of water right now. This is not a good spot to do it. It's a decent casual run. Record pushing in Two Towers is tough.
Come to me.
As somebody who has done a lot of record pushing in that game. It's really tough. If there's one thing that Two Towers does really well, though, is it leaves itself up for races. Really freaking solid. It is a super fun race game.
Wind of the mountain, I command you. Fight for me and I will release you from
I want to bring back the racing meta in speedrunning.
We must get out of here! Hurry! Everything collapses! It's all coming down! Hurry!
Like, I genuinely think that was the most fun time that I had speedrunning, was when I would just get on Discord with homies and we would just race for hours. That was so fun. And that just isn't really as much of a thing anymore. There are a few people that still do it here and there, but it's not nearly in the same vein that it was back in, like, I hate using this phrase, but the early 2020s. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why I hate the fact that I can say the early 2020s and it makes sense. Hmm. Yeah.
Are you good if I just like take care of the bubs in the morning and then if baby wakes up, you take care of him?
Yeah, that's fine.
He's a hug of pump. Unless he gets up like before 6 o'clock, then I'll feed him. He went to bed late, but I kind of imagine he'll sleep a little bit.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
I would like, I don't know.
The question is, would you rather wake up to the baby or wake up to me?
I'd rather wake up to you, because if I wake up to you, then I can mentally prepare and gradually wake up, yeah, whereas, like, if I'm waking up to the baby...
It's like you have to get up.
Yeah. Well, I'm streaming. A little under 3 hours, okay. Yeah. 9:30. Yeah, Pipigram, exactly. Referring into the early 2020s sounds so weird.
coming, Aragorn!
Good Helm's Deep. I thought I was going to get Helm's Deep glitch there for a second. But if we get one more run out of Courtyard, which could honestly very easily be this round, then this will most likely be the last attempt for the day.
Smoke rises from Isengard. The hour grows late, and now you strive, Isengard, seeking vengeance. For that is why you have come, friend.
Hasten to Isengard! I shall deal with these!
Cut him up, boys!
Saruman, you bring shame upon our order. Your cunning mind is consumed by war.
It is you who spreads fear amongst the innocent.
Saruman, the trees of Fangorn have awakened. Tendrils seek, branches crush, roots bury all that remains of your vanity.
Burn them all, I say.
Smash them all! What does it take to kill you?
Miss gold by 0.138 is crazy.
They require burning before they destroy all who
Who dares? Put him down!
All right, game. Let's not do that. Thank you.
Saruman, the time of unmaking is at hand.
such anger, I
Defend the towers!
Saruman, Gandalf comes to Isengard, no longer seeking your counsel.
I think the reason why... Actually, chat, I figured it out as I've been thinking about it when not talking. The reason why I really want to hold on to the console world record for Return of the King is because I did it with my buddy Slade, and I will never forget the first time we got that record, because we had started running Return of the King back in like 2018, 2019. And I remember specifically we got the record for the first time in like 2022. He had come and visited us for like a weekend or something. I don't remember exactly what the reasoning behind him visiting was, but it wasn't important. Yeah. And this was a record that had stood for years. It's actually still their current PB on Speedrun.com, but it was the record was by Author Blues and Skybills, two wonderful people. But when Slade and I beat their time for the first time, or beat their time, we both, like, jumped up, started, like, cheering super loud, and gave each other, like, the biggest hug. And it was, like, such a cool moment that, like, is one of those, like, core speedrunning memories that I'm gonna forever have locked into my brain.
Here they come!
And, it's one of the reasons why I actually love co-op runs. Like, chat, if you were a speedrunner and you have not done a co-op run, find a co-op run. It's true. Co-op runs are some of the most fun you will ever have speedrunning. Another core memory. I've only ran at a mainline GDQ event once, and me and my wife ran Lego The Hobbit, and it was so fun. We've actually ran Lego The Hobbit at 3 different in-person events.
Midwest Speed Fest.
Yep. And Pace. Yeah, because I remember Slade and I also got Return of the King in at Pace. And we ran it right after The Hobbit.
I remember being at Pace. I don't remember running.
We were pretty early in the morning. Mm-hmm.
I seriously don't remember that. That's kind of hilarious.
That is actually really funny. Playing a game is way more pleasant when you're doing it with other people, especially with your close friends. True. That's so true. Did we really have to fly back early?
Yeah.
I think it was school. Because it was like, it would have been like April.
April of what?
23. We lived in Wheeler. I can always check too, because it's the current PB listed for Aaron and I for Return of the King. Because we haven't been able to run the console version since then. Actually, I don't even think we've ran the game together since then.
We lived on Wheeler?
Mm-hmm. We went with Aaron and Ellie. Something like that.
Lived on Wheeler. You sure it's 23?
It wouldn't have been April of 22.
April of 22 we were living in Bemidji.
Right.
23 we were living in on Lake. 24 we lived in April. 24 we were living in
It might have been Wheeler, actually.
Because when we went to Wheeler, I was student teaching in April. And I don't think
Unless it was during your spring break.
When did we get our spring break? I think it was like 1-1.
All I remember was you had a different you had a different flight.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I doing? My brain was not focusing on the run. I miss speedrunning events, man. If there's one thing I like besides my family that I really miss about living in Minnesota, it's Midwest Speed Fest. I look forward to that event every year. Let me beat Hollow Knight and then we get the ball rolling. You still gotta learn Larry Boy, my guy. Oh, you're saying Larry Boy. Okay. See, now I've never reset on 50 out of 8 attempts.
We make our stand. The enemy slays your people. We must save everyone we can.
Bro, I don't know. This bot doesn't make sense. I'm gonna play this very weird. And the shield guy is immediately gonna be a problem. I don't know how effective this is gonna be, but we're gonna try something. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break a bunch of shields. But I'm not gonna get any kills. Because if they all run fast enough, now I'm gonna start like picking them off. Gosh dang it, I still cannot get that. Yo, Intharth with the 51-month resub. That is insane. Thank you so much for all the support. Welcome back to the Fellowship. Enjoy all the emotes that you can use all across Twitch.tv for the next 30 days. I still can't believe you've been subbed for almost 5 years. You are 9 months. You are one baby baking away from 5 years.
One baby baking?
Yes, one baby baking. That was a choice to say it. I do not regret it. Actually, yeah, you literally redeemed your 50 months a week ago. Like, I can still see it in my, activity log. I wonder if you, like, just redeemed the 50 months, like, super late. Because a lot of my streams recently were pretty degen. And you just weren't around for them because you're a fake fan. I'm kidding, you're not actually a fake fan. You're literally an ocean away, yeah.
Is like the biggest fan you have.
He's a bigger fan than Crix. I lurked in KH1 and Lotro more than I talk. Sometimes I'm doing other things I say. Valid. Ugh. Courtyard, why do you have to continue to always be the way that you are? So you don't worry, a fake fan would miss that KH1. Oh no, not the KH1 brutality. Only a real fan was there for that. I'm currently editing that into a YouTube video, and I'm not like at that section, but I'm editing that playthrough. Needless to say, that part... Okay, outside of that, literally that one fight where I took 73 deaths, I feel like I did really well. Like, I think it's just gonna forever bug me that I had more deaths there than I did across the entire rest of the game. Do I do this? Yeah, we're gonna do it. Okay. I'm gonna give this one more reset.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
One more reset. Just be glad you didn't get locked on Riku 2. Riku 2, I think because I know the air combo loop, it's not that bad of a fight. This does not look good. Yeah, I could have done that, but that would have required redoing all of those fights, and I was not gonna do that. I don't know why my social stream looks so bad. Oh, that's probably why. It's... Is there a way that I can change this to the way it goes? Overlay. I want to set this, there we go. Message start at bottom rather than the top. There, that'll look a lot better. Somebody should, hey, yo, chat. I love the manual save points. It's a lot nicer to have a checkpoint you can adapt with. Yeah, and that's really what I just pushed for.
Certainty of death? Small chance of success. We're waiting for. Gandalf, welcome back. Take a few of these.
I think, chat, it might have generated a brand new link. So, if you think about the MMO, if I die, nothing changes. Depends on if you have a good revive or not. Because if you die and your respawn, like your resurrection circle is really far off, that can really mess you up. She's doing a lot of instrument. Death warping, I think, is a massive strategy to use in an MMO. And MMO speedruns. Still no Helm's Deep glitch. That's crazy. Going a day without Helm's Deep glitch is like unheard of. Realize I can't do it in Forsaken if I'm up by Candace because it takes me to a Breland. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I learned that the hard way in my max difficulty challenge. The Angmar revive that the warping to is right by the hub. That's nice, because it's really easy to die in Angmar. Really? A 218. Ew.
Smoke rises from Isengard. The hour grows late, and now you strive, Isengard, seeking matters. That is why you have come, Isengard, friend.
I know that if you play like a base elf, you eventually get a warp to Rivendell, but I don't remember what level you get it at. Because my Runekeeper, Hunter gets it at 44. Okay. Right, I know there's a class one and there's a race one as well. I just don't remember when you get the race one.
It is you who spreads fear amongst the innocent.
Stayed in Angmar until I was satisfied with the progression and TP to Rivendell for Goblin Town. That's fair.
Saruman, the trees of Fangorn have awakened.
Tendrils seek, branches crush, roots bury all that remains of your vanity.
Burn them all. We shall crush them all.
There's one outside of Tom Bombadil's. That's the only one that I could think of as being like an overly useful one. There might be.
May the valor protect you.
That was good.
If so, doing the Veil quest from West Breathe and Death Warping up to South Breathe. Fair enough. Wow, an 8-second gold? That's crazy.
Before they destroy all who live there.
I don't see golds that big very often. World record incoming. If I get the no cutscenes world record today, that'd be pretty wild, because no cutscenes is definitely more optimized.
Such anger.
That was really close. I just care about seeing a 109. If I see a one, if it turns out to be like a 108, great. But I just want to get a 109. I mean, sometimes you just only have 30 minutes, though. But I do agree, I do prefer like a 3 to 4 hour session for a really long run like that. You had 1 to 50 routed in about 12 hours, is what you had? No? Oh. Oh, it was 12 hours just to level from level 40 to level 50? That is crazy. The fact that you're planning on doing a 24-hour speed run in one session is insane. How much of the epic do you do in your run? New candidates book 2, and I do up to the end of book 3 before Radagast, and I did a partial book 4. Okay. It just is something I was thinking about because I'm wanting to route going through the epic. Yeah. So it's interesting to like think about how that routing changes.
Seize towers! Topple them! Stop them with the catapults!
Yes, I did mean to mute. But we are so back. More back than we've ever been before. We're like a front, we're so back.
Like a front, we're so back.
Yes, we are like a front, we are so back. My brain forgot that you were Scottish for a second there, Darth. You said the phrase cracking, and I'm like, what? The reason why I don't touch... Hold on. I hate how much I actually have to aim these shots. The reason I don't touch troll shots outside of the angle in the partial book 4 is babysitting and traveling doing the partial is only good for a bit of downtime between zone grinding. That's totally fair. I think the Troll Shaws is a beautifully designed area in Lotro. I did the thing again. But the grind to get through it is kind of terrible, and that's the part I'm not looking forward to when I get to the Troll Shaws for my max level deed log character. It's a cluster of kills quest you can get. There is a lot of kill quests. Initially I was going to do book 4 because it's the only book in the Epic Primoria that is required to start the next one. which would be Misty's book 5, but I gave up on that, but doing a tiny bit of it just rounds the XP and stops you from giving up too much time. Do you know how fast the guy in the level 1 to 150 run got to level 50?
Question for you.
Hmm.
Which one is better? Secret tape or hit and run reset? Or do we need both?
Secret tape. Secret tape is a go mode item, hit and run reset is a filler.
We must save everyone we can.
You gotta play more games.
Bro, I am struggling. I only got I'll try and gamble.
He did it free to play. I thought he put in his video that he did it that he was a VIP, and it's actually miscategorized.
Your best defense against the storm that is at hand.
No!
Did you lose them all?
Well, I didn't lose them all. I just lost 500. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I am silly.
You're so hot? I cannot do that. Well, if you just close out of the game, you can restart the day and just do it all over.
Yeah, I might do that.
Well, this will most likely be the last run because Wait. Okay, last time we got to Courtyard, it said we've never reset on 50 out of 8 attempts. Now it's saying we've never reset on 100 out of 9 attempts. I might make a section in my Discord for funny moments from the run, because the run says some really goofy things. Approximately, it's about the same. Okay. So wondered if, like, you guys had, like, low-key saved, like, an hour on that run, because that would be kind of crazy. But also, like, saying I saved an hour on, like, a 150-hour run is, like, not that much time. Bro, Courtyard, are you kidding me? I always forget that, like, Gandalf's bubble on no upgrades is, like, virtually useless. I do remember that he does take time to craft. I don't know if it does. I don't know if it does make sense, because, like, the most you're going to be worried about is, like, the most that you would want to craft anyways is armor. But, like, with armor, because unless you're specifically using landscape difficulty, which I don't think the EXP trade-off is worth it. You won't, like, the trade-off for, like, weapon crafting wouldn't be enough really either, because, like, especially going 1 to 150, you're gonna get your LI, and then you're just never gonna touch item, like, you're never gonna need to craft a weapon again. Yep. Nope. We got courtyarded again. We got courtyarded. Hasta la bye-bye for that run. It's actually a pretty decent early game, too.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
That's okay. Alrighty, alrighty. That's going to be the end of today's stream. We're going to look for a raid target here. Let's see here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to raid Professor Teacher G. Fun stat.
All you can eat for just $15.99. That's $15.99 for all.
First time I went to Angmar, I did it at 38, so I'm at 39 last time. I did 32 for the curve. Still have all of Angmar to do, 3 levels in the end. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Alright, so this is going to be the end of today's stream. I'm going to get that world record uploaded onto my VODs. It's called VODs and Highlights. I'll probably just rename it to like Zojalik Second or something. So there'll be a link for that that will get posted in Discord probably tomorrow once that gets uploaded. And then, honestly, from there, it's going to be... I think the next thing we're doing is, I don't think I will be streaming tomorrow, because I'll be doing Mother's Day stuff with my wife and family. So we won't be streaming tomorrow, but probably Monday will be a variety day. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. I will either be doing one of two things. Either be doing Rise of the Empire co-op with Slade, or we'll be doing a Kingdom Hearts 1 randomizer. Either way, we're rating Professor Teacher G. She's chilling, playing some Lotro. So go hang out there. Make sure you guys give her all the love. She's awesome. Seriously, one of the best streamers out there. Super chill vibes and a very, very welcoming community. But with that, you guys are loved. You are valued. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And we will see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody.